right, so many of you guys have been asking me tons of questions about my 2018 Lamborghini Performante, which I bought for my birthday. And by the way, if you have not seen the unrevealing video that we did, make sure that you click the link somewhere on this video right now because that video was epic. But I'm not like this huge car guy. I don't know a lot about cars, but I've always wanted a Lamborghini since I was young. I remember like talking to my mom and asking my mom, and she pretty much saying that famous people, right? Only famous and super rich people could afford this car. So I honestly never thought that I'd ever have one, but this was always my favorite car. Orange is my favorite color, hence the AMZ formula in my branding. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit into the numbers about how much it costs to buy a car like this, how can you buy a car like this, and how much does it cost to maintain and manage this vehicle. So I bought this car for approximately $350,000. I had to put $100,000 down and I financed the remainder, which is about $250,000 or $250,000. The reason why I had to put $100,000 down is not because I had bad credit. At the time when I bought this was in 2020 of December. When I bought this car, I had around a 740 credit score, which is good. I owned a home, I owned property, I was making good money, I had money in the bank, of course. But the reason why I had to put so much down is because I've never owned a car that cost $350,000. The most expensive car that I owned prior was my Escalade, which I bought new in 2018 for around 100 grand. I now own the brand new 2021 Escalade, and I didn't have to put as much down because I already owned an Escalade. So where I'm getting at is there's something called car credit. And in reference to car credit, it's what car have you previously owned? How long have you owned the car? How many different cars have you had? What was the highest price of the car? These are all factors that go into getting approved for an exotic car or a high-end luxury car. So it's not just how much money you have in the bank. It's not just how much money you make. It's not how high your credit score is. They also want to look at what is the most expensive car that you had before purchasing this vehicle. So these are all different factors that go into how much you're going to have to put down. I ended up buying this car and doing the financing through Lamborghini Financial. There's tons of different financial institutions and you can have them get you quotes from different financial institutions. But I bought this from a Lamborghini dealer and that was the best financing option that they gave me. So with $100,000 down on my Lamborghini, my monthly payment is approximately $3,483.08. And that's what we pay monthly when it comes to the amortization schedule. All right, so we covered some basic info about this beast and how I bought it, when I bought it, what my credit score was, and what I'm paying monthly for. Let's take this thing for a spin and talk some more numbers. All right, so when it comes to driving this thing, you're gonna want full coverage insurance, and my full coverage insurance is $231.91. So that's not that expensive for a car that's $350,000. Again, there's gonna be multiple variables like how old are you, have you had previous claims, as well as are you leasing, are you buying, and of course, the type of coverage, right? These are all factors that are gonna go into your insurance. From what I've found in the research that I've done, State Farm was best for me. I was with Geico for years and they wouldn't even insure this car. So make sure that you reach out to your insurance provider and see if they'll actually insure this vehicle. I did a lot of research and a lot of digging around and State Farm had the lowest rate. And now all my vehicles are actually through State Farm. And another side hack, these cars are super low to the ground, and especially if you're gonna be doing rallies and car shows and be racing and stuff like that, these cars kick up a ton of rocks. So I've actually had to replace a windshield, and I actually got a chip on a second windshield. Now I'm getting a windshield protector installed. I think that's about 600 bucks. That's an investment that you want. That way you don't have to pay the deductible and have your car out of commission, because even though the deductible is only $500 for the windshield, this windshield's $5,800 and they will only do it once per year, right? So that $500 or $600 for that windshield protector will save you a ton of money in the long run. I did end up getting the extended coverage with Lamborghini, which said they covered the windshield, but they didn't because it was from a rock. But they do have a ton of awesome stuff that they will cover, like wheel rash or like wheel rub if you rub up against a curb and stuff like that. So that's an option that you want to look over if you're financing and when you're buying yours. I believe mine was around $5,300 for that extended coverage. Believe it or not, these cars hold their value. Like, a lot of people are like, aren't you worried about miles? I've put a little over 4,000 miles on this car in about 6 months. And I'm not too concerned about the mileage because it doesn't affect the price too much. Like right now, believe it or not, if you want to buy a brand new Lamborghini, they're going over MSRP unless you order one directly from Lamborghini. And like, this vehicle is a 2018. They only made these in 2018. It really doesn't matter too much on mileage. As long as you take care of your vehicle, you take it to get it serviced at Lamborghini, you use premium fuel, you make smart decisions, you'll have no issues when it comes to resale. Believe it or not, I just traded my 2018 Escalade I bought brand new in to get my 2021 Escalade, and that depreciated around $60,000, $65,000, where this vehicle since 2018 didn't depreciate at all. It actually appreciated in value. So that's a huge misconception that people have with Lamborghinis and just exotics in general, is that they're a depreciating asset. They actually are a fancy savings account, the way I look at it. To put some money in, the money's not going anywhere, it's holding its value or appreciating, and you can have fun. Plus you can write it off for your business. Like, this car is actually in my business's name. That's the way my accountant had it structured. You can see I have my @ names, my social names everywhere. When it goes to different events, it's sponsored by my brand. It gets a lot of attention. It works for marketing. So there's multiple advantageous reasons for me as a business owner outside of just loving this car and loving to drive this vehicle. So these are some things that you want to think about, and some ways that you can actually like look at, okay, it's a lot of money per month, so on and so forth. But the reward for me personally loving to drive this vehicle, the write-off, the business purposes, so on and so forth, it makes sense. So think about these things when you're doing your research. All right, guys, I appreciate you checking out the video. Let me know down below in the comments if you want more videos on the car or on anything. I'd love to make them for you. Just drop the comment down below because I do read all the comments and I do appreciate you guys' feedback. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't yet, smash that subscription button, and next to that, hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every single week when we drop new videos. If you're an Amazon seller, did you know that AMZ Hunter, our sister company, actually offers a la carte services that handle pretty much everything? So if you're interested in Amazon services done for you, I've got good news. Head over to amzhunter.com/services, use special code HUNTER50 for 50% off. And by the way, if you're interested in working personally with me and my team, or making an investment in an Amazon business built, ran, and managed by our team, head over to AMZ Together right now, and I'll see you guys on the other side.